It's Randomonium time, only got 30 minutes for the show. We be thrifting, looking for a story, this is gonna be awesome. Randomonium, 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 Randomonium.
We would like to welcome you back onto our beautiful set of Randomonium, where we enjoy our mugs.
I got Berenstain Bears today, everyone.
I got an old dog.
Oh. Well, I'm Chelsey Goetz.
And I'm Zach Schmidt.
And this is our 26th episode, and we hope it's just as amazing as the rest.
Oh, yeah. It sounds like we're dying or leaving, you know? It's been a long time. 26 episodes.
Right. I wouldn't mind dying. There's a lot of homework. A lot of homework to do.
Back to more about
Oh, okay, sorry. Anyway, we are leaving, though, very soon. We only have 4 episodes left until the magical 30th final episode.
None of them are planned.
One is planned,
that's
kind
true.
of.
One is planned. So we do want our viewers to write in their calendar because we do have a huge episode on May 1st. It's an Anderson Auditorium. You should come out.
Nothing's planned yet. No, I mean, it's going to be huge, though, right?
Yeah.
It's going to be the episode you're all waiting for. Anderson Auditorium, free to anyone, everyone. Come.
May or may not have a celebrity.
We may or may not.
Yeah.
That's the big question.
We're still trying to figure it out. So are you ready?
I'm ready. I was born ready. Born ready is my middle name.
Well, I'm glad you're ready for that episode, but are you ready for this episode? Because this one's crazy.
Well, I'm a little distracted, Zach.
Why are you distracted?
I want to go see Zootopia.
Oh my gosh.
The new Disney movie from Disney.
It's going to be so good.
The sloths.
We should have skipped the show and went.
Probably going to be much better than this.
Like, just the standing table and nothing else. We could place the mugs. That would be okay. But it's pretty close to the show.
What?
Yeah.
Some things in common, maybe.
Well, we have like 2 adorable main characters.
Well, I think the rabbit's pretty cute. I don't know about the fox, but so maybe just one adorable character.
That was like the meanest thing you've ever said to me. I thought the fox was adorable, for one. I was trying to give you a compliment.
True.
Actually, I was trying to give us a compliment, and you wanted to start a fight.
You wanted an insult.
You know, that's true. I did want an insult. But speaking of fights about to happen, Apple's going against the FBI. Crazy stuff. The FBI is asking Apple to create a backdoor, or some people call it an operating system, a special OS. But this case might actually make it to the Supreme Court.
Ooh, that's if the FBI doesn't sneak out the back door. I found it.
Oh.
Yes.
You know, it sounded better on paper. That was pretty sad. That's almost as sad as Jack Lindquist dying.
Oh, this past week. Change of mood. That is pretty sad. For those that don't know, Jack Lindquist was the president of Disney from 1990 to 1993.
Yeah. Well, only 3 years, but man, did he do a lot. So,
like Cornfield documentary.
Yep.
Look for it soon.
So for the magical man, we'll do a magical moment of silence.
A whole minute?
Nope, just that.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, anyway, moving on, more enjoyable things. Let's get the show on the road.
Today's guests are Matt Tennyson and Justice Gage.
We're going to talk about education today, so hopefully you learned something.
And stick around till the end because we got a great game.
It's going to be
exactly great. Welcome back to the Randomonium episode, specialized in education, all about learning. Our first guest is specifically here looking to be a leader and a teacher for the future learners of America when he leaves college. Welcome, Matt Tennyson.
I just
never clapped
future learners of America.
You deserve
I
a
appreciate
clap
that.
for being a teacher. So go ahead and give the viewers just an understanding of who you are.
My name's Matt Tennyson, like he just said. I am a junior at Buena Vista University. I am majoring in elementary education with a minor in middle school endorsement, and I'm trying to get my coaching endorsement as well.
Gotcha.
Nice.
He's covering all aspects.
All aspects. He can do whatever. So what specific kind of teacher do you want to be?
Like, is there a grade or anything like that?
Anywhere between 4th and 8th grade, I think. So the middle school endorsement gives me the ability to go through K through 8, and so I would like to do the middle school part of it. And history and English are my two subjects that I like the most, and definitely not science or math.
No.
Amen to that.
Right. Oh gosh.
Aren't you worried about middle schools being a little sassy? I've heard that that's like almost the worst
God.
grades.
Yeah,
I know, I'm sorry, middle schoolers. I don't think we have a middle school audience, so don't worry about it.
That's what most people tell me, but when I've been doing some youth coaching and I've done some youth volunteer camps, that's when I really decided that I wanted to be a teacher, and I really fell in love with those kind of kids. So, I mean, yeah, people have told me they get a little cranky and a little, that's their puberty. And,
Yeah.
But I'm ready for it. I'm really excited for that age.
Yeah, I'm glad there's people out there that are willing to deal with middle schoolers.
Way to go. So,
Go ahead.
why did you want to be a teacher?
Well, like I said, I used to do youth coaching, and then I did some youth Bible camps, and that's when I really fell in love with it. It was always an option for me. I never really, I always thought I could be a good teacher, but then I started doing these camps, and I was like, okay, this is what I need to do because I really do enjoy this, and this is something I know I could be good at.
Gotcha. So those camps are really like your tipping point.
Right, that's when I saw those kids, and that's when I really, because I don't really get to see them outside of that, so I was able to see them, and I helped them, and when you see them get that aha moment, that's when I really knew that this is what I like to do.
Middle school did change me. It changed me. So, along with that, is there anything at BV that you've had the opportunity? Because I think you're a part of BV Buddies, correct?
That's
and
correct.
So, do you want to talk a little bit about how that kind of helps?
Sure. Yeah, I meet with my buddy once a week for an hour, and I got hooked up with that because there's a BV Buddies through some of the stuff we're able to do here, and I go to the high school and I meet with my buddy for the hour, and him and I get along just fine. We play games. We talk about, he's a junior, so we get to talk about where he wants to go.
Oh yeah.
Once he gets to college, and so that's what I enjoy. Yeah.
So, how do you learn to become a teacher? How do you? You're supposed to be like the person who knows it all. So how do you become the person that knows it all?
In the math classes I'm taking right now, we're learning how to teach the math. So it's kind of an interesting concept where, all these math classes I've been really poor at. Now I'm learning how to teach the students. And so we learn different methods and we learn different ways to teach math rather than, taking that one concept and doing it ourselves. We're trying to explain how we would teach them.
So are they currently teaching Common Core math? Because I know that's something that they're implementing.
Yes, that's the big thing we are talking about right now is with these new changes is that we got to make sure that we crack down on that right away.
Are you a fan of that?
I think so. Yeah, I haven't done too much research on it yet. We haven't gotten too in depth, but they've started really implementing it right now. So.
All right.
Gotcha. So is there a subject that you kind of talked about history? What makes it easy to teach history, right? Because if you enjoy it, it's probably easy to teach.
Yeah, there aren't formulas for it. This is what happened, and it was actually a professor here, Dr. Feist, that really rejuvenated history for me. He truly has a passion for what he does, and I was like, okay, maybe that is what I want to do, is because he knows what he wants and he loves what he does, and that's exactly what I want to do. In history, you do know that, and you understand why we are here and what that reason was for.
You have a very important question.
The question of the season. Would you ride a beaver?
Yes.
Why?
Wow.
Because why not? I feel like it would be, it'd be a little hard to, but I've ridden a horse before, so I figure why not?
I think they're pretty comparable.
Right.
Good. So I just want to read before we get out of your interview. What's kind of your favorite thing to do outside of education? Like, what's your big hobby?
Well, I am on the soccer team here, but things that I would do outside, I watch a lot of Netflix. Yeah.
You and every other college.
Yep.
It's pretty much I watch sports. It's nothing too interesting, but I'm in the library. I watch my shows and I hang out.
A particular show?
The Office.
The Office.
You can't go
Yes.
wrong with
There's
that.
so many seasons of that show
Yeah,
that
I
like
know.
you just turn it on and go for as long as
It
you
just
need.
plays for me.
Always
tend-
one that you've never seen, right?
Yeah.
Or
Right.
just the Jim and Pam
Yeah.
one getting
Yeah.
married again.
Yeah.
I don't.
What is it at Niagara Falls? Or
Yeah,
something?
yeah.
Oh, they're
Classic.
good. We have a very big Office fan on our,
Oh.
on our crew,
Oh, I
and
know.
he's quite obsessed with the show. But he loves Jim. Is there a
Okay.
favorite character you have?
Yeah, I would say Jim. I just think I relate to him a lot, and he's just a really cool guy.
It would have been funny
So
if you
funny.
said Dwight, and then yeah, I relate to him a lot. Just oftenly bullied and have terrible
Oh my
coworkers.
goodness.
That's good. All right.
Oh, so I guess that's the end of this segment. Thank you, Matt, for being on the show. We'll see you later tonight
Yeah.
for
Okay.
our game.
Can't
It's going to be exciting.
Exciting! We're so excited for it. I don't know if you're excited for it, but
All
we're
these
excited.
egg puns. We don't know what it is. Ooh.
Kind of gave it away there. No,
I
I'm just
know,
kidding.
no. Okay,
Up
anyway.
next we have Justice Gage, and he's going to be talking to us about photography. So it's kind of, he's got more of a niched idea of what he likes to teach and experience. So up next we'll be with Justice Gage.
Yay. Oh, hey
Oh,
there.
Hey, our next guest is here to talk about something a little bit more specific. He's teaching photography.
Ooh.
We're just learning some modeling poses with Justice Gage. Welcome.
Pretty
Yeah, well, thank you. Hello.
Good, we started off right off the top there. So do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure, I guess so. I'm Justice Gage, a junior/senior in the middle. I'm graduating early, so it's the end of my junior year, start of my senior year, so I'm not quite sure what to call myself here at Buena Vista. And I am a double major in graphic design and digital media.
They seem to go pretty well together. Would you agree?
Oh, yeah, for sure. And anybody who's like graphic design tends to do digi stuff, and anyone who's digi does graphic design. It's kind of there's crossovers.
A lot of art just getting pounded into everyone's head here in the
Yes,
department.
it's crazy.
Very true. So why for photography? When did you get started in it?
Actually, in high school is probably when I first got started. I took a digital photography class, and we learned about DSLRs. It was actually the first year for digital photography. Before that, it was just film photography.
Wow.
We had a black room and everything.
You have photography
We-
in high school?
We did,
Wow.
How big
but
was your high school?
I graduated with 150.
Yeah, that's kind of
So
Bigger than 20.
yeah, so we did have that, but then the year that I was able to take photography, they switched it to digital, which was kind of not the best option because they made us use point and shoot cameras because they didn't
good.
have DSLRs for us to
Right.
use. So
They talked about it though.
they meant yes. So I learned what DSLRs were, and so when I
Neat.
came to photo here, it was much different because I was using it and I was like, what are all these buttons?
Yeah, you kind of have to have, I would think you'd have to have like a DSLR in your hand to really understand.
Yeah.
Do you know what
I agree.
DSLR stands for?
A digital single lens reflex.
There you go.
Wow.
You already taught people a million things.
I did.
They're so wise now. So do you want to talk a little bit about, for the viewers, like the bare basics of photography for you?
Wow, bare basics.
Yeah.
Wow, that's gonna.
Other
How
than
much
the
time do we
iPhone,
got?
right? Yeah, we're running. out.
Okay, well, I'll keep it to talking about manual because that's all I really shoot in. So there are three things that you really want to make sure that you're paying attention to, and that's shutter speed, aperture, and ISO. And I cannot tell you what ISO stands for, but it controls like the sensitivity to light. So there's a sensor in here that when you change the ISO number, it makes it more or less sensitive to light. And the higher the number, the more sensitive to light and the more grain or noise will appear in the picture.
Gotcha.
But the more light will be, it'll make the picture a little brighter. Shutter speed, the higher the shutter speed, the faster the shutter speed, which means it'll close and open really fast, which that's in basic terms.
Yeah.
And so the higher the shutter speed, the less light will be allowed into the camera, which means that you'll probably get a darker photo. But the lower the shutter speed, the more chance you'll have for it to be blurry, even though more light will be allowed in. It's all about light, really. Like photography is literally drawing with light, which is actually kind of cool. And then the last one is aperture, and the aperture is the small, you can't really see it, is the small opening in the, it's like your eye,
Eye.
your pupil in your eye,
Right.
or the iris in the pupil. And the higher the aperture number, the smaller the aperture hole, which means even more less light is going to be allowed in. And so you have to kind of work with all three of those different settings to create the best lighted picture. That's very basic.
Yeah.
If you caught any of that, good job.
Well, there's three. I mean, kind of what he's saying is there's three big things, and I would recommend along with that is just looking it up, right? I mean, that's what we all do is Google things if we don't know what's going on.
And play with it,
And
like,
yeah, that's
so that
that's
you
a lot
figure
of
it out,
me.
like,
So today I was just messing around taking a picture and it was way too bright. So I made the aperture lower when I realized it actually needed to be higher. Like you just play around, and so I mess with the settings, and if it makes my picture worse, then I know I need to go the opposite direction.
To break the interview just a little bit, because we want to calm everyone down.
like,
They're
wow,
like,
what?
I have a
Wow.
very important question.
Yes.
Would you ride a beaver?
No.
Why?
Okay, because I've also
no.
I've really well I've also ridden a horse, and I would be quite.
You actually rode a horse?
I have actually ridden a horse.
Oh, you got on the saddle and everything.
Was it bareback?
Bareback.
I think it was. We didn't have it. I don't really. No, we had. I can't remember.
You're making up a lie, right?
No. It was a long time ago. I was little.
Okay.
I have ridden a horse, and to ride a beaver, like that's not going to support my weight. But to see a beaver or a horse-sized beaver would be even more terrifying.
Oh gosh.
So.
Their orange teeth.
Oh
Zombie
no, the
Beavers on
teeth.
Netflix, man. Look that up.
Oh, I have not. I've not actually seen it, but I've gotten close to
It's
watching
terrible.
it. So you would not recommend?
No, I would not
10
recommend.
out of 10.
Zombie
Do not
Beavers.
recommend.
Oh gosh.
So back to photography, I guess. Any tips for taking a great photo, camera work?
Always, okay, tips for taking a great photo is just always have your camera with you, and just always be on the lookout for something that you think would be a compelling image. Because I take my camera around to every one of my classes, just in case like there's something that I can catch. And just take a ton of photos. Because the more photos you take, the more likely you are to get a good one. I feel like if you take or if you don't take as many photos, like you're weeding through and you're like, eh.
Yeah.
But the more photos you take, the more you have to choose from.
Is there any place that you've always wanted to take a photo of?
Well, actually, when I was in middle school and high school, I really was in love with Italy. And so I've always wanted to take photos of Italy ever since I was in high school, which is actually funny because I get to go to Italy in 2 weeks and take
Choir's
photos.
going, correct?
Yes, and that's what we're going for.
Oh my
so,
God. Not to take photos.
No.
but
I'm going to
sing.
take photos
Oh.
and to sing, mostly to take photos.
Yay!
Mostly to take photos.
Mostly to take photos. That's what I do.
Yay!
Wonderful.
So thank you, Justice. Out
Thank
of
you.
time for being on the show tonight. But up next is our big game. It's
Yes.
gonna be excellent. Sorry, excellent.
Welcome back. It's time for the game of the night. It's going to be crazy madness. It's called Ucation.
Ooh,
Ucation. We have a
right
great graphic.
there.
The eggs are right here. Matt and Justice are going to battle it out in elementary trivia question.
Ooh, yes, the game is very simple. We have several questions ranging in subjects from math to science to arts.
Yes.
So pretty
Hopefully.
simple high
Watch the
school
math, buddy.
Let's hope we get some
knowledge.
arts
So
questions.
when
if you know these.
we ask a question, whoever hits the buzzer first gets to answer it, and if they answer correctly, they are the winner for that round, and the loser has to choose an egg and hit it or crack it on their head.
Got that? Any questions?
No.
If you answer incorrectly, you will take the egg. You will take the loss there. So remember, when you go in for that buzzer, know the answer, or you may possibly lose
There are
yourself.
2 eggs, not hard boiled, so.
2 eggs. 2 eggs are running all over your face.
Ugh, okay.
All right, are you ready to get started?
Yes.
All right, let's hope so. Also, these are great tie-dye shirts that we made
Thank
on
you,
our
Tanner.
old Equus. There they are. Yeah, I know you guys have been wondering where they've been at, but
These
here
are
they
here,
are.
putting into great use.
All right, we'll start it off here. First question. It's an English question. You guys ready? And
Come on.
give me an example of a pronoun.
He.
Correct. Pick an egg. Once you commit, you've committed.
Oh gosh.
Crack it hard.
Ow.
Oh my god.
So that wasn't boiled.
Right off the bat.
Right on.
Great.
There's only one
no.
more in here.
Plot
Oh,
twist, they're all
gosh.
not hard boiled.
That was
Shot
surprising.
about 40 feet into the studio.
Great.
Continuing
my
on. That was a
gosh,
great one.
okay.
Good job, Justin.
Thank you.
Um,
Wow.
Do we want to do another English question
Nope,
here?
we're going right into math.
Math. Okay,
Oh.
math.
You got this.
What is the equation for the Pythagorean theorem? Pythagorean theorem. Sorry.
Y equals mx plus b.
Incorrect.
Oh,
Take another egg, sir. It is.
Oh, wait. It's an incorrect answer? Yeah,
Yes. A squared plus b squared equals c squared.
Come on.
It's finding the hypotenuse.
Man.
This doesn't feel good either.
Oh, no! Oh, my gosh.
oh.
We should have had more raw eggs. This is
I guess. Oh,
Thank goodness I did my hair
our
today.
teacher over here.
just for the
This is
consistency.
He's so upset.
2 out of the road. All right, just for the consistency of the game, we will continue to see who possibly pulls off the victory here. Matt's on a roll right now. We're going into geography here. What is the capital of Russia?
Moscow.
Boom.
Finally.
Take an egg.
Correct.
You just have to take an egg to the head here.
Oh, God.
How'd that
It's gotta be
feel?
hard.
That actually hurt a little bit.
Oh,
Get a
gosh.
goose egg.
not
No
wet,
puns
so.
intended.
True.
It's a nice flattening look. You might think about using it in the morning.
I hear egg is good for the hair.
Yeah, I actually do get
Oh,
that.
my
peanut butter.
gosh.
Oh, I
Really?
haven't
Yeah.
heard that one.
You
go
don't
back to
do
your
these
own.
things. You don't just put eggs in your hair because it's a good idea. All right, continue.
History. Who is the second president of the United States? Or who is?
Thomas Jefferson?
No.
You are incorrect.
John Adams.
John Adams.
John Adams.
True.
Take
Dang it.
another egg.
John Adams was actually my original guess, and then I was like, that doesn't seem right.
Oh gosh, he just takes it as it would have been funny if we lied to you. You just get used to it, shattered all of
True.
it. All right, we're doing the arts, so we'll see. You can recover here as well. This is good. It's a tie right now. Of course, one person took a little bit more damage than the other. What Shakespeare play contains the line, "To be or not to be"? That is the question. Wow, guys.
I have no idea, so I'll take a guess. Is it Macbeth?
It is not
That's what I would
Macbeth.
have guessed. So
It is
I'm
Hamlet.
glad you took
Oh.
that.
Hamlet.
All right.
Oh my
The
gosh.
I eat
sound of
this?
that is okay.
No.
Eat it later.
One last question here.
Okay, I'm
What are
gonna
3 parts of an atom?
Electron, proton, neutron.
Boom!
That's
That's perfect.
Guys,
We really should have had 7 eggs.
Oh my god.
That one feel better?
Yeah.
All right. Good.
anyway.
That was good.
All right. Thank you, Matt and Justice, for being great sports. See you next on April.
Lou Mongello, April 4th.
We know our show. Don't
Oh,
judge
wow.
us.